أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Alhamdulillah. By the blessings of Allah, we have gathered today for this special event. Webinar organized by the International Open University IOU Nigeria Northwest Student Committee under the International Open University. I am Khadija Ibrahim, the chairperson of the International Open University IOU Nigeria Northwest Student Committee. It is an honor to host this session today. I warmly welcome you all. May Allah places His barakah in this session and make it beneficial for all of us. Before we proceed, let us have introduction to IOU for those who may be new. Our university IOU offers various programs including bachelor's degree in Islamic Studies, psychology education, IT, business, economic and finance, postgraduate certificate, and master's in Islamic Studies, psychology education, and Arabic language. Other programs include a PhD in Islamic Studies, intensive Arabic diploma, Quran memorization, as well as short courses designed to empower students and professionals around the world. For more information, kindly visit www.iou.edu.gm. Our speaker today is Aisha Abrar. Aisha Abrar is a certified lactation counselor and certified prenatal and postnatal exercise specialist. She is also a birth mentor, doula, and childbirth educator dedicated to supporting mothers throughout their motherhood journey. Aisha's work is rooted in holistic wellness. She holds a diploma in natural nutrition and has completed the chemicals and health course from Johns Hopkins University. She is also a researcher in infant gut health with a focus on the microbiome and epigenetics. Through her platform, Ahlan Motherhood, Aisha has supported over 400 mothers, creating a safe, inclusive space for pregnancy, childbirth, breastfeeding, and early motherhood, drawing on both her professional expertise and her personal experience as a mother of 3 water-birthed children. She works to empower women with natural evidence-based practices with the mission of reducing postpartum depression and restoring confidence in the body's natural ability. We are truly grateful to have her with us today to share knowledge on the topic, the home as the first classroom, the role of mother in learning without taking much of time. Without taking much of time, I would like to warmly welcome Sister Aisha Abrar to begin this session. We now hand over to you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu, everyone. Jazakallahu khairan for the warm welcome. I'm truly honored to be a part of the IOU committee again. I think beginning I had done with Oman committee and now with the Nigeria committee. I'm very happy to conduct this webinar and spread awareness on important topics as mothers, how we can better ourselves in terms of dunya and in terms of our akhirah. Let me first share the screen. I hope the screen is visible now.
Yes, sister, it visible.
And I will also be on video. Right? I hope I'm visible.
Everything it okay, it visible, sister.
My voice is clear, right? It's
Including your voice, it is clear.
yeah. Right. Just a minute. Yeah, sorry for that. Okay, let's begin. The home as our first classroom. It's the first classroom for the mothers as well as for our kids. And as as mothers, we have a lot of roles that actually are very important for us to focus on. We become mothers, but we have a lot of roles to play. The first role as mother and as a lactation counselor, I have observed personally in my experience is the role of learning. Before being a teacher, we need to be good learners. And when we are good learners, we become good teachers. We cannot be teachers and we cannot teach it to that much of effectiveness when we are not learning properly. So, my personal journey, which has started as a lactation counselor, is because I wanted to learn the right way of feeding my baby, the natural nurturing method, what Allah has prescribed in the Quran, and how I can be the best mother to my child from the time my child comes into this world. So, for me to become a good mother, I needed to learn how I needed to feed my baby, how I need to respond to stress during that time of motherhood, how I also need to be a wife at the same time, how I needed to be a member of my society at the same time, not fulfilling all the roles at the same time, but I needed to be conscious about the role that I'm playing at that moment. And the biggest role that I was playing at that moment was taking care of my newborn and also taking care of myself as a person. I needed to be present for my child. I needed to be present in a way that it serves the rights of my child. Imagine when you're postpartum, you're completely vulnerable, even during the labor stage. And once you give birth to your baby, you are the one who's vulnerable. The child is also vulnerable. But you, as a mother, has a responsibility to take care of your child as well as yourself. And you can seek help from others as well so that your physical needs are taken care of. But this big responsibility taught me that I needed to be a learner for my child in order to teach them well. So before I am fulfilling my role as a mother and going into this subject, wanted to highlight on the table of contents, that is understanding the roles of mother, in education. Home as the first madrasa. Home is as the first madrasa for children. Mothers as vital role models for learning. Practical tips to encourage effective learning, and importance of positive reinforcement in education. Building a nurturing and supportive home environment. So see, these are some of the things that we will cover in this webinar. Before I go into the role of the mother as mothers and how we actually fulfill this role and the rights of our children as mothers, we have the roles before we reach this stage. So we are first, before as mothers, we are wives. Because once we are married, our first role that we are fulfilling is as a wife. And then comes in-laws, sister-in-laws, as a daughter also. It comes secondary to the role as a wife, because soon as our nikah happens, we need to understand our rights and responsibilities as a wife, and likewise for our husbands to understand the responsibilities and rights of the husband. In the role of the mother as a wife, building a nurturing partnership within the home is one of the key things to remember. Partnership with husband creates stability. Children learn respect, teamwork, and conflict resolution by watching parents. A peaceful relationship reduces stress for children. When parents support each other, children feel secure. And we model healthy communication and compromise. So, as role of the mother as a wife, a mother's role as a wife directly impacts the emotional climate of the household. How our household is shaped emotionally first than physically, like having the house clean, having everything on time. So the first role that we fulfill as a wife in creating stability in the house environment is the emotional climate of the household. The relationship between parents is often seen by the child and how they respond to each other, how they behave to each other, how they behave in terms of crisis, and how they behave in terms of normalcy in the house, how they resolve conflicts peacefully and showing kindness, and how they internalize those behaviors as normal way of relationships and how they should work. This lays a foundation for their own future marriages. On the other hand, when the home is filled with constant criticism or lack of cooperation, the children absorb those dynamics as well. They may carry forward anxiety, insecurity, or unhealthy communication habits. That's why the way a mother partners with her spouse is not just about her marriage. It's also about shaping her children's worldview. By fostering teamwork and mutual respect with her partner, the mother shows her children how to build harmonious relationships. Even small things like parents working together on household chores, supporting each other's decisions, and handling disagreements calmly become valuable lessons. This is where children first learn that love is not just about words. It's also about consistent actions and having respect for each other. So basically, it's like being a Sakina wife, and we try to stabilize the house as much as possible, along with the support and the partnership of our husband, and we fulfill this role to the best of our abilities with ihsan, with excellence. Coming to role of mothers as daughters, emphasizing respect, care towards parents, showing respect, care, and gratitude towards her parents. Children learn how to treat elders by observation. Caring for grandparents strengthens family identity, models responsibility and family loyalty, encourages children to value family history and stories. So, the mother as a daughter, a mother models respect and care towards her own parents. Children are always watching how their mothers treat their elders, whether she calls them regularly, helps them in times of need, or listens to them patiently. These actions teach children about responsibility, loyalty, and the importance of maintaining family ties strongly. The way a mother speaks about her parents also leaves a deep impression on the minds of the child. If she shows gratitude, admiration, and affection, children grow up appreciating their grandparents and valuing older generations. But if they see neglect or disrespect, they may unconsciously adopt the same attitude in the future. This is why mothers need to be mindful of how they demonstrate love and duty towards their parents. By balancing her role as a mother and a daughter, she teaches her children and family love is not one sided. It flows both ways. When children see her caring for her parents, despite her own busy life, they understand that respecting elders is not a burden but an honor and a responsibility. These are life lessons that cannot be taught in schools but only lived and observed at home. Now, coming to importance of sisterhood in Islam. So, mothers as a sister and a sibling and how their ties shape the role as a mother. Fostering strong family ties among believers, mothers guide children to cooperate rather than compete, encourage sharing, teamwork, and empathy, teach conflict resolution and forgiveness, celebrate each child's strengths without comparison, build bonds that last into adulthood. Sibling relationships often become the longest lasting connections in life, and mothers play a critical role in shaping how those relationships develop. When mothers encourage cooperation, kindness, and sharing between siblings, they set the stage for lifelong bonds. Children who learn to support the siblings early often carry that loyalty and care in that adulthood. Conflicts among siblings are natural, but how a mother handles them is the key. If she constantly compares siblings or takes sides, rivalry increases. But if she teaches them fairness, patience, and forgiveness, and they develop skills in conflict resolution and empathy, these lessons go beyond the family. They prepare children to interact better in workplace, friendships, and society at large. By celebrating each child's strengths and teaching them to appreciate each other, mothers reduce unnecessary competition and jealousy between the siblings. Instead, they foster teamwork and collaboration. Over time, siblings who grew up with this foundation become not just brothers or sisters, but also trusted friends who support each other through life's ups and downs. The role of the mother as a friend. Now, in the role of the mother as a friend, she builds a strong supportive relationship in the family. She creates open channels for honest conversations, balances discipline with companionship, encourages children to share their struggles, and builds self confidence through encouragement. She also creates memories of warmth and trust. For mother as a friend, while a mother has authority, she also needs to cultivate friendship with her children. This balance allows her to guide them while keeping communication open. When children feel their mother is approachable, they are more likely to share their struggles, mistakes, and dreams. That builds emotional closeness and trust. Being a friend doesn't mean giving up discipline, it means being a safe space where the children can be heard without judgment. Many times, children don't need solutions from us, but they just need someone to listen. When mothers take time to listen and validate their children's feelings, they build confidence and emotional security. Over time, this friendship based approach strengthens the bond between the mother and child. It also helps children develop healthy social skills because they learn that real relationships are based on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. These are the qualities that serve them well in friendships, careers, and marriages in the future. Now, coming to role of mothers as neighbors, which we normally mostly we don't take importance for, is nurturing the community ties through compassion and care, teaches kindness and hospitality, encourages children to help others in need, models respect for diversity and different lifestyles, builds community trust and safety, shows children that good relationships go beyond family. When the mother acts as a good neighbor and the way the mother interacts with her neighbors teaches children how to engage with the wider community. Simple actions like greeting neighbors, offering help, sharing resources demonstrate kindness and cooperation. These everyday gestures show children that building good relationships outside the family is just as important as within it. When mothers model respect and hospitality towards neighbors, children develop a natural sense of social responsibility. They learn that community ties matter, that being considerate of others creates a supportive environment for everyone. This lesson stays with them as they grow and begin to form their own social circles. By showing empathy and helpfulness to neighbors, mothers also reduce the sense of isolation children may feel, mostly in terms of homeschooling mothers, which is the case nowadays. It helps them understand that we are all interconnected and that kindness spreads beyond the walls of our homes. This early exposure shapes them into adults who value community, cooperation, and compassion. And for the kids to become successful professionals or even business people, they need to understand the importance of collaboration, compassion, and also living within different boundaries of the community. And if we many with many mothers, many families, as homeschooling parents normally do, trying to isolate their kids away from a different sort of community can sometimes be negatively impactful to the child's mind, where they think that they are the only different people around there and they don't need to intermingle with the different types of societies. But we do have a certain boundary or a limit that we try to let the children go into and explain them that this is us and this is them and this is how we need to survive with different parts of the community. Coming to mothers as an in-law. So here, this is often coming into the negative light, not as a mother-in-law only, but even as a sister-in-law, as a daughter-in-law. So in this section, we see about embracing relationships through respect and understanding, modeling respect for extended family relationships, teaching children patience in dealing with differences, promoting empathy and understanding across generations, creating a sense of family unity and respect, and demonstrating healthy boundaries with balance. The role of the mother as an in law is often overlooked, but it carries important lessons for children. How a mother manages her relationship with extended family influences her children's perception of respect and boundaries. If she treats her in-laws with patience, understanding, and respect, her children learn that family harmony is worth nurturing. On the other hand, strained or disrespectful relationships can teach children the opposite, leading them to develop resentment and avoidance. By balancing assertiveness with empathy, mothers show their children how to handle complex relationships without losing self respect. These lessons are valuable as children later face their own in laws or extended families. Healthy in law relationships also build unity in the extended family, which gives children a larger support system. They grow up with the understanding that love and cooperation can extend beyond the immediate family, and that respect for different personalities is a sign of maturity and strength. Coming to one of the most important sections of being a mother is the mother as a student, the importance of learning. Lifelong education is essential for mothers' growth, keeping the curiosity alive, showing that learning never stops, even in adulthood, inspiring children to be self motivated learners, developing new skills for her own growth and family's benefit, encouraging reading, exploring, and asking questions. A mother who continues to learn sends a powerful message to her children that education does not stop after school or university. Whether she reads books, takes courses, or learns new skills, her curiosity inspires children to be lifelong learners themselves. This attitude shows that growth is a continuous journey. Children who see their mothers learning are less likely to view education as a burden. Instead, they begin to see it as a natural and enjoyable part of life. When mothers ask questions, explore new ideas, and stay curious, their children learn to value curiosity over perfection. By keeping herself updated, a mother also equips herself with the tools to guide her children better. Her growth benefits the whole family. Whether it's through improved prior parenting skills, broader perspectives, or practical knowledge that enriches daily life, this role reminds us that being a teacher also means also being a student forever. So, mother as a teacher now, mothers shaping the future through education and guidance, instilling moral values and daily habits, encourages independent thinking and problem solving, providing early exposure to reading stories and learning games, helps children build discipline and a love for knowledge, guides not only academics but also life skills. Perhaps the most obvious yet most profound role of the mother is that of the teacher. From the earliest days, mothers teach children how to talk, walk, and interact with the world. These lessons extend to manners, values, problem solving, and emotional regulation. What mothers teach at home often forms the foundation for all the future learnings. The key difference between a mother's teaching and a school's teacher is that her lessons happen constantly through actions as much as words. If a mother values honesty, kindness, and discipline, her children absorb those qualities naturally. Children may not always follow instructions immediately, but they are always observing and learning. It's a constant learning for the children in the house from the time they open their eyes to the time they are closing their eyes at night. A mother who encourages curiosity, answers questions patiently, and makes learning enjoyable helps her children develop a love for knowledge. Instead of learning only for exams, they learn for life. This attitude sets them up for academic success as well as personal growth. Coming to the role of mother as a worshipper, as a spiritual and a moral guide, she instills spirituality in daily family life. She introduces children to family rituals and traditions. She encourages gratitude and mindfulness in daily life. She embeds values like honesty, respect, and kindness. She provides children with moral compass. She builds resilience by connecting them to higher purpose and meaning. Another vital role of the mother is to be a guide in moral and values. Children first learn what is right and wrong from their mother. Her emphasis on gratitude, kindness, honesty, and respect shapes their character long before formal lessons do. These values become the compass children carry into adulthood. Daily routines, traditions, and small rituals at home help the children feel grounded. For example, expressing gratitude before meals, respecting elders, or showing care for the less fortunate instills strong values. These simple practices build resilience and sense of stability in children. In the long run, by living her values consistently, the mother teaches more than words ever could. When children see their mother acting with integrity, they understand that morality isn't about lectures but about living by principles. Their role ensures that children not only achieve success in life but also maintain a strong character. Mother as a caregiver, emphasizing mercy, gentleness, patience, and compassion. She provides unconditional love and emotional security. She models patience, empathy, compassion. She responds gently to children's needs. She ensures health, safety, and well being. She creates a safe environment for mistakes and learning. The caregiving role of a mother is the heart of all the roles. That is the first role that we are starting off with when we become as mothers because we start caring for our newborn. Through unconditional love, nurturing, and protection, a mother provides emotional security for her children. This sense of safety gives children in the courage to explore the world, knowing they have a secure base to return to. Caregiving is not just about meeting physical needs like food and clothing. It's also including listening, comforting, and being present emotionally for her children. A mother's gentleness during the times of stress teaches children how to handle their own emotions with patience and empathy. By consistently offering compassion, a mother builds resilience in her children. They learn that setbacks are temporary and that love provides strength. These lessons shape them into emotionally healthy individuals who can extend the same care to others in their lives. Mother, as a leader, organizes the home, sets routines, teaches responsibility. Sets structure through routines and organization. She teaches responsibility through chores and tasks. She models fairness and consistency. She provides guidance instead of control. She builds discipline, respect, and accountability in children. Mothers are often the first leaders children encounter. Leadership here doesn't mean commanding, it means guiding, organizing, and setting an example. By managing routines, household responsibilities, and discipline, a mother creates order that children thrive in. When a mother leads with fairness and consistency, children learn accountability and responsibility. They begin to understand that actions have consequences and that respect is earned and the respect is mutual. These lessons prepare them for future leadership roles in schools, careers, and communities. A mother's leadership also includes empowering her children to take responsibility by assigning small tasks, encouraging decision making, and recognizing effort. She instills confidence and independence. This style of leadership not only organizes the home but also prepares children for life beyond it. Mother as a community member, a child raised to give, share, and help grows into an adult who uplifts the ummah, shows children the importance of giving and sharing. She encourages volunteering and acts of kindness. She models good citizenship and responsibility. She helps children develop empathy for those less fortunate. She builds awareness that they are a part of a bigger community. Mothers also shape how children interact with society. The way a mother contributes to her community, whether through volunteering, helping neighbors, or simple acts of kindness, teaches children that their responsibilities extend beyond their household. Children raised with this example grow up valuing generosity and service. They understand that being a part of a community means giving as well as receiving. These values make them more empathetic and socially responsible adults. By modeling community involvement, mothers raise children who see faith and values not as private matters, but as practices that must benefit others. This creates adults who do not only care for their own families, but also uplift the communities as they live in. So, the key lessons and highlights that we learned from this webinar is that children learn more from actions than words. Daily consistency matters more than perfection. Every role a mother plays becomes a teaching moment. Home environment shapes lifelong attitudes. Motherhood is equal to leadership through influence, care, and example. So, what do we take from all of these roles? The most important lesson is that children learn more from what they see than from what they hear. Every role a mother plays, whether as a wife, daughter, friend, or leader, becomes a classroom of its own. Consistency is more powerful than perfection. Children don't need flawless parents, they need parents whose actions go in line with the values they teach. Even small daily acts of kindness, patience, and discipline leave lasting impressions. Ultimately, motherhood is about influence. The children learn the lessons and they absorb at home, go into shaping their character, their future relationships, and their role in society. Every moment spent with them becomes an opportunity for growth and learning. So, closing this webinar, we learned that every day is a chance for mothers to realign intentions and consciously embody leadership, care, and community spirit. So, as we conclude, remember that every single day offers the mothers a chance to guide their children positively. We don't need to aim for perfection. Instead, we need to focus on being intentional in our actions. Every smile, every word, and every routine carries a lesson. Small, consistent efforts matter far more than grand, one time gestures. By embodying leadership, care, and community spirit daily, mothers create a foundation their children will carry for life. These values taught quietly at home are the ones that last the longest. So let's leave today with the reminder that motherhood is not just caregiving, it is teaching, leading, and shaping the next generation. Jazakumullahu khairan for your time. And I think I made this webinar a bit shorter because of, again, my children seeking my attention. And I have to rush around with the whole topic. Basically, so hopefully this is recorded and we are able to review this webinar and learn, take some lessons from out of these, go into more details in the future, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And any questions, most welcome.
Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah khairan, Sister Aisha, for sharing such valuable insight with us. We truly appreciate your time and effort. Now let us move to the Q&A session for those watching us live on YouTube. Sister, let me present this question to you. How can mother balance academic learning with emotional, spiritual, and social growth in the home environment? Sister Aisha, are you with me?
Yes, yes. I can also see the questions addressed.
Okay, may I come back again?
Can I also see the questions that are sent?
Okay, let me. Okay, I should send it to you through WhatsApp.
No, no, you can read it out. It's okay. It's just that if I'm also reading it, I would be able to address it.
How can mothers balance academic learning with emotional, spiritual, and social growth in the home environment?
Okay, mothers at initial stages, it's a bit difficult to manage the academics, because if it is a academics that is a bachelor's degree or something, it all depends on the support of the family as well. But if it is pertaining to her own interests, then she should be able to devise a time management schedule that is suitable for her family as well and her routine. So this is how it would be very dynamic in nature in the beginning, unless and until there is a support system that is also there with her. But as a sole learner, she can try to find time, maybe in the fajr time or when the kids are sleeping or when the kids are out playing. She could be able to find time for that learning slot, and she can build upon that. And emotionally also, she would be able to take some time out, maybe not the time that is actually required, but the time that is actually, would fulfill her need to finish that academic task.
So Alhamdulillah, Jazakallah khairan once again. May Allah allow us to benefit greatly from the knowledge you share to us. I thought
Any more questions? I could take in if there are
before we
more
conclude,
questions.
to our audience, we hope this session is Bismillah. With that, سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Sister Maha, sister, are you there? Sister? Sister Maha? Sister Maha, where were you? Where you go? Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Khatija. We've ended already. I needed to go pray my Zohar. I haven't prayed yet, so I went for a while to go pray Zohar.
No problem, sister. I ended the session with, she said her children needed her attention.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. We've ended online as well.